Hello everyone, Bignos is here and welcome to this video commentary of a Halls of Atonement plus 19 I did earlier as a Venthyr Beast Mastery Hunter. So in this run we're gonna look at Halls of Atonement and things you can look out for and things where I and perhaps you can improve as well. But also learning about the Venthyr Hunter, Beast Mastery Hunter, because it's not something I really play all that often. Well, actually, I just started it off, and we're gonna be looking at this together. Someone of you guys asked me to make more guides on different dungeons, and I really haven't touched on Halls of Atonement yet, so we're gonna do that as well. If you guys like this content, then leave a like, and if you really like this content, then subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out a lot. Here we take the Loyal Stoneborn, something we can now do as a Venthyr Hunter, which is pretty nice, which increases our overall DPS. For this run, we're using the Pouch of the Razor Fragments as our legendary, and we're currently, I think, 51 renown by the time of recording this. So we don't even have I think the T thing, because we have Theodor, I think, as our companion, not companion. Yeah, well, you guys know what I mean. And here, healer dies, but we're still going. We're fine. And as you can see, I try to spread out my barb shots as much as I can, and I use the Venthyr Covenant ability on the highest health target, or at least the target I think that survives the longest, because that way the thing runs for 18 seconds, the dots, and so we have more chance on proccing our kill shot. Because if you use it on a target that, like for example, dies within 6 seconds, and that way you only have 6 seconds in which you have a window of proccing a kill shot. So use it on the highest health target. And so far, I really enjoy playing Venthyr and BM Hunter, because you have quite a lot of control, and it's really fun to do. Here on the Shard of Halkias, I use it because, well, we all know that's a mob that will stay the longest in this pack, and so we do that. Casually interrupt. And here, as you can see, my character is standing in the shade. That gives us a massive mastery increase, so that really helps us out, and it really buffs up the beast's cleave damage as well, or at least that's what I think, because our pets, well, deal more damage, so of course beast cleave is very strong on this one. Here we luckily survive. What I should have used is survival of the fittest, because I'm using a pet that can give me a damage reduction, so it's kind of a waste not to use it. I really should be using it here, because the healer is quite struggling, and that is the fault of the DPS on this one. The healer is struggling because we don't pay attention to bursting, because the affixes that we're dealing with is volcanic, which is easy, just don't stand in it, but we're also dealing with bursting, and that's gonna be a problem on this fight, for example, because Executioner Verruth gives a damage healing debuff reduction, I think, and these guys are gonna bolster, or not bolster, burst, which deals a lot of AoE group damage. So this is quite hard for the healer, that's why I pop Turtle here, to make it a little more bearable. Here I stack up on the tank, so he doesn't get feared, no one gets feared. And luckily I don't have the charge on me, but if I do have the charge on me, then you just simply feign that the moment he charges, that way there's not really any issue. And as you can see, I try and use skill shot as much as I can. We get quite a lot of resets, and it's really fun to play. So if you guys want to try something out, definitely try Venthyr BM Hunter. It's fun. Here I go for the Dagger of Necrotic Wounding. And why do I do that? Firstly, I think it's useful to use Dagger of Necrotic Wounding on mob or boss week. Sorry, and that is because boss fights take longer, and the dagger stacks to 10 stacks, and it deals quite a lot of damage. The other one, and that's more because of this run, I see that the healer is struggling, and so I know he's not gonna easily keep me up above, I think it's 75% health with Champion's Brand, if I'm not mistaken. And so he is struggling on keeping me above that. Um, and so that way, Champion's Brand doesn't do anything if I get below that part. So I rather um, use the one that I definitely know deals more damage than not being able to use the buff at all. Here, still use your Venthyr Covenant ability on the highest health target and try and spread out your barb shots as much as you can. Also, if you can, use your kill shot off cooldown the moment it gets off cooldown, because it deals a lot of damage, and especially with pouch of the razor fragments, the legendary, it gives a bleed to all the other targets around. I think it's amazing. I don't know if it's the best. I don't think it's the best, but most definitely on single targets, it's really nice, and it's fun to play. And I think by now we're in 9.1.5 by the time of recording this, and at the moment there is not really that much content, and so you have to get the fun out of other things. There I walk to the corpse because for some reason I think I get like an anima power. Um, you will, if you pay attention to it, you will see me do that more on higher or bigger health targets. For some reason, every time we defeat a higher health target, I think, oh, I'm gonna get an anima power there. That's just my brain lagging there. Um, what I was saying. Oh well. On this fight, we'll just keep looking. Our Venthyr Covenant is almost getting off cooldown. This is a bit awkward because we're getting line of sight by stairs, and we're looking for a highest health target. And as you will see there, I choose the Depraved Huntsman because he is almost full HP, and he will not be focused down so easily. And that way we will get the full duration, the full 18 seconds of that Covenant ability, and that has the highest chance of us getting some nice resets. And let's see. Here the healer is struggling again. Mind, we are not really helping him out in the slightest. I used my health pot there. If you guys don't use that, then well, consider doing it. Um, it can save your life, as you could see there, and it's fairly easy, and I don't think they're really that expensive as well. Um, and they're not blocking your um, other pots like your agility increase or whatever, if you even use that, because I'm too lazy to do that. Um, and here we go. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a bit awkward because here I am trying to get the Loyal Stoneborn, and the moment that my cast finishes, or almost finishes, to claim him, I get pulled in, so it cancels, and then the breath attack. So I could seriously have just have died there, and then that would be really awkward because I'm the only Venthyr in this run. So we had to fight the Loyal Stoneborn as well, but it's fine. We're still living, we surviving this, so it's okay. And so far, so good. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, I think Venthyr Hunter is a really fun class to play. So definitely try it out. The only one I haven't tried out yet is Necrolord. For some reason, the glaive throwing thing doesn't really, yeah, doesn't feel that nice. But I will give it a try at some time. But currently, I'm gonna do some more Venthyr because I'm enjoying myself. And you guys asked me to go and play Marksman. Well, if you guys want to, I can definitely try and play some marksman for you guys. I don't know why, because there are definitely a lot more better marksmen out there than me, but we'll give it a go. because why not? Here we take Stone Ward. Sorry. Nice little shield. And again, we take the highest health target, and there we put our Venthyr arrow on. Is it called Wailing Arrow? I don't know. I don't know what's it called. And what we're doing as well, or what we should be doing, we should be doing Hunter's Mark, I think it's called, on the highest health, or on the giant thing. I should have not stand in that. We should have done that. English is hard, guys. Sorry. Should have done that on the Shard of Halkias, because it will reduce his damage, because we have the trait. But I'm not really doing that, and that's my bad. Here we stand in this little circle for a bit to make the healing a little easier. That's like the small things that we can do to help out. And here for this trash, now we have our survival of the fittest running. I should have done that in the previous trash, because that was when the healer was really struggling, and not on this point. Nice little Door of Shadows, because we can do that. I discussed with the tank that he could actually pull the two loyal Stoneborn, so the one to the right and the one in the far back, because you can mind control both of them at the same time. Here we have the nice little buff, the nice little mastery buff. Well, little, it's like almost 28% or so. So we really want to keep up our Beast Cleave as much as possible, so that our pets are doing a lot of damage for us. Well, and that's where our damages come from mostly anyway. I'm holding on to my my arrow here. I don't think I could have used it. It would not be a game changer, but I could have used that, because here he's gonna pull that one, and we're gonna have to wait till the Stoneborn gets over here. So it's those niche little things. And he's taking his time as well. He's taking his time. So yeah. And now he's gonna pull the other Stoneborn, I think, as well. And when they're both in range, I'm gonna start spamming this button, so I can mind control both, and then we're gonna do some nice damage on this boss in single target, because we have now two loyal Stoneborns fighting for us. And well, let's see if we get a nice amount of kill shot resets as well. That's the third, I think, for this one arrow. So yeah, that's three nice kill shots, and we have the 10 stacks of our dagger of necrotic wounding on him running as well. And so as you can see, we're currently doing 14.4k overall DPS at the start of this fight, 15k there, and that was without Aspect of the Wild at the start of the pool even. So yeah. As you can see, we're currently definitely carrying this Helkias fight. That is because we have the two Stoneborns, of course. But also because the Venthyr Covenant really helps us in the single target damage department. So, it's something to consider if you like playing different Covenants. Then Venthyr is definitely one that you could play for boss week in M+. And we'll, at the end of the dungeon, we will also discuss. We will see the damage overall and how we did on this fight. This is really a positioning fight for the tank, on where the slams land. I should have stood more on the edges so I could drop those puddles there. Here I'm almost dying because I didn't really pay attention, but we're living, and I should now back up to the border. To the edge, because that way we leave the as much space open as we can. Definitely don't stand under the tank, because the slam that he does on the tank really, yeah, it kills kills us in one shot, so don't stand there. Easy fight, easy fight. And we're gonna go and skip the next section of the dungeon. I think this is a route that you guys are familiar with, that everyone does. Here I personally like to pop my aspect of the cheetah, so I run faster and then do the invis pod. That way we get through this area nice and quick. Now we just have to wait for the healer and we get our pets back. So guys, if you're still watching this and you like it, then leave a like, and if you really like it, then subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot. It really helps me out a lot, and I can see the stats, and like 92% of you guys watch the video but don't really subscribe. It helps me out a lot, but only subscribe if you really want to. If you don't want to, then don't do it. Here on this fight, don't attack the adds until they are stacked up. Of course, if you have a paladin tank, which is Kyrian, as you could see there, that they throw out their nice shield, then sure, that's fine to stack them up. But for us, it's better to actually wait until they all clump up in the middle, and then start AoEing them down. Don't hit them before they get to the middle. It makes it easier. Here we want to stand in the shade because yeah, it gives us like 28% or so mastery, which is massive. So yeah, one of our party members didn't stack up, which was pretty shit, and that's why we have so many little adds here. Here I'm looking for Echelon because I want to use my Venthyr arrow on him, and yeah, I don't want it to use him on the little ones. Here I'm just gonna turtle because I have to stand in the blood, but I want this circle to be nice on all the adds because we really want to kill them. And what you can do when he jumps on you and you don't have turtle active, when he leaps, the moment that he leaps, the stone thing is over, and so you can just jump out with disengage, and that's really something you should do. Here I'm not putting barb shot on the ads, just not gonna do it. I just try and focus fire echelon as much as I can because I want to. The barb shot is gonna roll on him, and is not really gonna roll damage on the little ads because they will die within seconds. Especially when you have like a shaman or a warrior in this case who will do something like a whirlwind or something, and they just disappear. So yeah. Well, if you can, before you get stoned, try and use a barbed shot if you want to keep up your stacks. It's something you can try. There we go. And that really finishes off this fight. We have some cheeky little deaths here and there, but we're still going. We have 12, almost 13 minutes left for 2 bosses and a little count, so it's going all right. Here we have the incinerator. I think, yeah, with the Venthyr Covenants, single target is really nice. So yeah, these incinerators really, or these what are they called? These generals, yeah, it's a piece of cake. It's fun, especially when you get a lot of procs. Because, well, at the moment we're not getting that many procs of kill shot, and then it really doesn't do that much damage. But if you get a lot of procs, then it's amazing. For example here, I should either use Survival of the Fittest to reduce the damage, because I see that the healer is struggling to keep me up, and I should have Hunter's Marked him. to reduce the damage as well, and used Feign Death as well. That way we have so much extra damage reduction and makes the life of the healer just that much easier. So yeah, things that I can improve on, those are some of the things. Here we look for a target where we can put on our arrow. I chose the Vicious Gorgon. I think I should have just maybe picked an healer or an archer, but yeah, it's fine. They're dying more or less all at the same pace. So yeah, try and spread out your barbed shots as much as you can. And I like the pacing of this tank. So he already went to the next room and started pulling in these ads. And so we, on a full health ad, we put one of our arrows. So yeah, that way we can nicely get some kill shot procs, and that way we can also get some more bleeds thanks to the pouch of the razor fragments. So guys, how is it going for you? Are you playing different covenants? Is it working out for you guys? Um, yeah, what are you looking forward to? Are you looking forward to 9.2 or maybe Mage Tower? And let me know in the comments what you guys think. So here we're gonna do Horus Coldheart, but it's really awkward because we're doing him in the door opening at this point, and yeah, there's not really that much space. And this is where I missed the Kyrian arrow, because there I could have shot through the wall. Here I can't. But yeah, we're still good. We're still good. And yeah, we get some nice kill shot procs as well. So that's nice. Well, looking back at this, here we got quite a nice amount of kill shot procs. That's good. Helps with our damage. Here I personally take, I like regenerative fungus. Uh, this far into the dungeon, there's nothing to interrupt, so that one doesn't do anything, and I legit don't know what the other does. Perhaps I should have read it. Here, nicely, 2 loyal Stoneborns again. This will help us in our damage department a lot. So yeah, this is nice if you are the only Venthyr in the group, or you have the time to play Venthyr. Then yeah, this is really nice. It helps out your single target, especially in this dungeon. It helps your damage out immensely if you take control of them. So that's also something that you can do. You just swap to whatever covenant is needed, and you play that one. If the damage is about the same, I think, for you. Let's see. Because I don't think Night Fae. I don't know if it's that is still the best one. I'm not sure. Looking back at this, I didn't even know I was targeted by a ghost. I just saw I always just move around the room going towards the next fountain. So if I get focused, I'll just stand alright. So I should be walking towards the next fountain. I don't know even if I even seen where the next fountain is. But we're still good. And as you can see, the Dagger of Necrotic Wounding is running on this boss as well. And yeah, that also helps with our single target damage by quite a nice amount. The tank is dragging the ad towards the next one, and I'm already looking for the next pillar to hide behind. Here, just pop, well, not everything, but you can use quite a lot even at the end of the fight. Because the next room, yeah, it takes some time. This is not the room where we shine, or at least as a Venthyr hunter, this is not the room where you shine, I think. Especially if people are not focusing them those ads down and just leaving one up left or right, and you can easily pick them off. But like for example, as you can see down right in the corner, the shaman is really popping off in this room. So yeah, that's fine. This is his room to shine, not ours. There we go. And now we can focus this boss or mini boss. I don't think I'm using anything here, or at least I should not be using Aspect of the Wild because it's boss week, so this mob doesn't take that long. So yeah, I shouldn't be using any trinkets or aspects here. I could most definitely use the Venthyr Arrow, of course, and Bestial Wrath, because those are off cooldown very quickly. And here we are on to the last boss. 5 minutes left on a plus 19, so plenty of time. Plenty of time. As long as we don't fuck up. And it's something on this fight, most definitely. It's so easy, and yet so many runs. I see people screw up this fight because we're not blocking the beams correctly, or we are getting hit by statues all the time. Yeah, it's not. I don't really like it. Or I like the fight, but um, it's something. Sometimes it's quite difficult. Um, Here, as you can see, we have quite some statues in our corner, and now we're gonna look for something to block, and everything is blocked nicely at the moment. I think the tank is even blocking two at this point, because I think you can actually block two if you stand like at the right spot. I should try that sometime, maybe with turtle up. I think we can block two. Uh, there, I think I should have gotten hit. I jumped through the statue more or less. I'm trying to stay within the shadow, of course, because we want more mastery, because we want our pets, even on kill command, to do more damage. And I know for a fact that it's going to be a little bit spicy here, because we're screwing up. And let's see, why do we screw up actually? No one is blocking that side, and then now one is blocking that side. Here I'm trying to stand in the sort of in the middle, but yeah, that was just a slugfest. It was terrible, but we managed to survive. And here again, try and stand in the shade. So yeah, guys, this was our Halls of Atonement run as a Venthyr hunter. It's definitely something I'm gonna play more because I'm enjoying the procs. I think I'm gonna also see and try some kyrian again and see how the AoE cap has affected that one, because I haven't played kyrian since 9.1.5. But currently I'm really enjoying myself as a Venthyr hunter. So guys, let me know what you want to see next. And if you have any feedback for me, leave it in the comment sections. It really helps me out a lot, as well as liking the video and subscribing to my channel. Especially the last one really helps me out a ton. Looking back, this is our damage profile. Can we scroll up again? Yeah, Beast Cleave, Pouch of the Razor Fragments, Barb Shot, Kill Shot. That's about the damage, how we dealt that. Guys, I hope you liked this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.